Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Well, we've previewed some reels that we'll be working on this week, but I set two aside that are kind of special. I may or may not get to them, but I didn't want to leave these aside and not kind of have a little bit of a video about them. So let's call this video, Why Did I Purchase These Reels? I actually was out on eBay looking for a replacement part for a Shakespeare reel, one that is no longer available in distribution. And those of you that need kind of parts for old reels, if you can't find it from a distributor, check eBay. There's oftentimes where reels will show up there as parted out. That means that somebody is taking the reel apart and is selling the individual pieces and parts to help others to repair their reels. So if you're in a bind, if you're looking for something, say a handle or maybe a drag adjusted knob for a fluger, or a spring, a drag washer, whatever, eBay is a good source of parts. Now, they generally don't come cheap because you got to go pay the shipping and all that other stuff, but if it's something that's going to enable you to keep your reel running, then I would encourage you to go ahead and spend the extra couple of dollars, get the part that you need, give that reel a second chance. Well, I was on eBay, and I was looking for a piece, a part for a Shakespeare reel, and just did some general eBay surfing as you tend to go down those rabbit holes. I found two reels that were a part of an estate sale. They were being sold individually, and they were inexpensive. They were under $10 each, and I have an affinity for one of the reels, and the other ones I just thought, isn't that neat? It's a little piece of history. Maybe I can learn from it, and so I will get that one as well. So I want to show you what I have, share that with you, tell you what we're going to do with these, and then I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you like these types of videos, if you like to learn about fishing reels like I do, if you like to understand the history that's behind them, if you like to understand the manufacturer and the manufacturing that went along with that, and kind of put yourself in that plant at that time. Those kinds of things, and I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I try to cover everything. I try to cover how to service and repair fishing reels, but also give you the backdrop, the backstory to some of those reels, and to learn from them so that, as you increase your knowledge base, your skills at repairing fishing reels get better as well. Well, what did I buy? I bought two reels. Again, they were under $10 each. The first one is a favorite 1733 Model 31. It's a Shakespeare reel. And the other one is a Meiselbach reel. This is the Model 480 Take Apart. And why did I buy them, right? So both of these reels are coming up on 95 years of age. And that says something by itself. If I hang on for a little bit, I guess I will have the opportunity to own two $100 fishing reel, 100-year-old fishing reels for less than $10 a piece. And I thought that they would both be good examples. Now, I have a particular penchant for the Meiselbach reels. And why is that? Well, the company, when it was manufacturing early on, and it started in the early 1900s through 1921, I was actually manufacturing these reels about 15 miles from where I live. They were headquartered and manufacturing was in Newark, New Jersey. And we're going to do a breakout. I'll do more on the history of that company as soon as I read up a little bit about it. But interestingly enough, they made fishing reels and they made motors for phonographs. And if you want to know why they moved out of Newark, New Jersey, it's because they got acquired by a company, Otto Heinemann, out of Elyria, out in Ohio. They were making phonograph motors as well. Of course, this is the age, right? This is Thomas Edison and the Victrola and all of that other stuff. Well, they needed motors to turn those records, and both Meiselbach and Heinemann made them. And they moved the plant. They took everything that they had in Newark, moved it out to Elyria in Ohio, combined the operations, and they continued making fishing reels until World War II, actually. But these in particular Well, they have a special place in my heart because this one was made in, the one that I purchased was made in Elmira, but the ones that I have that are in my possession, I have a couple of them that were actually made in Newark, New Jersey. And you can date the reels, these reels, because they changed their names. So Meiselbach and Brother, they went from, I believe it was 1908 to 1918. So this reel was made before World War I. Think of the history you're holding in your hand here. And then they changed but continued to make Meiselbach in Newark from 1921 to 25. The stamping on that one would be Meiselbach Manufacturing Company. And then they moved out to Elmira. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, Elmira. But Ohio, the manufacturing there went from 1925 to 1940. This model went until 1930. That's how I know that I have reels that are basically 100 years old. What's special about the take-apart? There's two types. I think one's called tri-part. Yeah, this is the tri-part. This is the take-apart. They're essentially the same reel. You can even see down to the handles and the design of them. Let's stay with the tri-part name just because it's easier. These reels come apart by removing the outer ring of the reel. There's only 3 parts on it. That's why it's called tri-part, right? You have, I guess we're going to count the rim as part of the side plate. Very simple design, but a very effective design, right? You have a design here that has the main gear strapped in with a bridge. You have a spool. I don't know if I can get this spool out. Can't get it out right now. I'm not going to fight it. Looks like there's a little bit of tension in there somehow. You have a spool as part 2. You have the frame as part 3. That's it. And you can pull the spool off on this side as well. So we don't count the caps, I guess, but tri-part reel, fun reel. This one, as I mentioned, the one from Newark is from 1918 or before. This one goes to about 1931, somewhere in there. And well, it's just a living piece of history that's beautifully made. The manufacturing was outstanding, and just a fun thing all around. I would encourage you, if you have the opportunity to find something inexpensive that you want to use as a history lesson, go right ahead and do that. And it doesn't have to be a 100-year-old reel. What's a history lesson? Pick the year you were born. Go and do a little bit of research. The internet is a wonderful place to do that. But pick the year you were born. Let's say it was 1975. Go and go on the internet. Go get a magazine. Go get Field and Stream, or go get Outdoor Life, or go find a catalog from that time. They're up there on eBay for sure. You can find catalogs. Go to the manufacturer sites like Orca, which is a repository for old fishing reel information. Well, they have catalogs from the era as well. So you can go find a Shakespeare catalog from 1971, for example. Open it up and you'll see every reel that Shakespeare made at that time. Better yet, go get something like a Herder's catalog from that era, because not only will they include the Shakespeare reel, but they'll have basically all of the reels that they sold. You'll get an appreciation for what was the style of the reel, what was the industrial design, what was the type of fishing that they were used for, and all of the other elements that you learn from. Look at this one. Look how nice and smooth and easy it turns, totally without effort, and as I may add, without cleaning. But that's why I bought that reel. Why did I buy this one? 1931 is when this reel was made. Think about that and the history that goes on behind that, right? You're in the Great Depression. Sounds like they're suffering from the Great Depression. This one we're going to tune up and clean up. All it needs is a little oil to quiet that down. But right in the middle of the Depression, these reels were not cheap. If you were fortunate enough to have a job in 1931, with 25% of the population of the country out of work, if you were fortunate enough to have a job, this is probably a week's wage to go buy this fishing reel. So kind of an interesting backstory to that. But that's why I bought the reels. That's why I thought I would share them with you. And we're going to work on both of those. We're going to do a tune-up of both of those in the days to come to show you the inside workings and how to just restore them and keep them fishing for a long time to come. I hope you enjoyed it. Before I leave, I want to thank our first responders, our police, fire, safety, rescue, EMTs, everybody involved in the public good and keeping us out of harm's way. Special shout out to the firefighters in California who have been working tirelessly to put out those Los Angeles fires. And special thanks to everybody who's watching. I do appreciate your contributions to the channel and your viewing of the videos. This is Dennis from Second Chance Tackle, and I wish everybody a great day.